Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jules. I'm excited to have you here today. If you've been to my channel, you know that I am going to bluntly tell you the truth because this is how you actually make changes in your life by being truthful and honest with yourself. And that's what I do in each and every one of my videos. So let's start. Today we're going to be talking about how to master discipline in 2025. Now, there's a lie that we've all told ourselves. Someday I'll get in shape. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll fix my habits. But someday is a thief. It steals your potential. Hour by hour, scroll by scroll, excuse by excuse. Today, we're going to dismantle that lie because someday is not a day on the calendar. It's a choice that you make right now. Self-discipline is the bridge between the life that you have and the life that you crave. It's not about punishment. It's about liberation. It's the quiet rebellion against mediocrity. And I'm here to tell you that you are stronger than your excuses, you are braver than your doubts, and far more capable than you've ever dared to believe. So let me ask you this. What do Olympic athletes, world-changing entrepreneurs, and visionaries artists have in common? Well, I can tell you that they've all mastered the art of showing up, even when they don't feel like it. Discipline isn't glamorous. You won't see it trending on TikTok. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It's the 5 a.m. alarm you silence to lace up your running shoes. It's the vegetables you choose over your French fries. It's the book you read instead of the 9th episode. Discipline isn't a grand gesture. It's the million tiny choices that separate what if from what is. Discipline isn't something you do, it's something you become. So let's go over the 4 pillars that I have for you today, the 4 pillars of discipline. So let's start with the first one, identity. It's the bedrock of all change. You're not going to outwork a weak self-image. If you see yourself as someone who can't stick to anything, guess what? You'll prove yourself right. But if you decide today that you are a person of discipline, someone who keeps promises to themselves, everything changes. How? You may ask yourself. Well, you can start with the smallest possible proof. For example, bed making. Making your bed each morning isn't about tidiness. It's about sending a signal to your brain saying, I am in control. It's a 30-second act of defiance against chaos. You can also use the mirror pact. So every morning you can look yourself in the eye and say, I am disciplined. I am focused. I do not negotiate with my weaker self. Words are spells, so cast them wisely. This is also how legends are built. Not by giant leaps, but by daily, unglamorous proofs of who you're becoming. Pillar number 2, rituals, the invisible engine of excellence. Motivation is a fair weather friend. It abandons you when storms hit. Rituals, however, are your anchor. You can create rituals like the first hour rule, for example. So the first hour of your day decides the next 16. Decide it like your life depends on it. It's so important and it can change everything. You can also schedule some time, like at 5, let's say you wake up at 5 in the morning, from 5 to 5:15 a.m., you can decide, okay, I'm going to hydrate and I'm going to move my body, even if it's something as simple as stretching. Then at 5:15 to 5:30, you can write 3 intentions for that day. No tasks, just intentions. So you can write like, today I choose to focus over any other distraction. From 5:30 to 6, you can choose to learn. So you can read one chapter, watch an inspiring talk, feed your mind before the world feeds you noise. Or you can use the 2-minute law. So if a task takes less than 2 minutes, just do it immediately. Unanswered emails become anxiety, unwashed dishes become chaos, and small little things can compound into avalanches. Rituals turn discipline into autopilot. You don't debate, you just do. Pillar number 3, embrace the suck. So, discipline and discomfort are twins. Every time you choose the harder path, you're depositing strength into your mental bank. For this, you can try the 10-second rule. When you're tempted to quit, whether it's a workout or a project or a tough conversation, count backwards from 10. And then at 1, you can move. Your brain is wired to finish what it starts. You can also try the no muscle. You can say no to distractions. It's so important that you set that in your mind prior. So every time you decline a party to study or skip a gossip session to meditate or shut off Netflix to plan your goals, you're forging titanium willpower. Remember, the pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret is eternal. Finally, pillar number 4, falling forward. Resilient discipline. You will fail. You'll skip a workout, you'll binge scroll, you'll eat that cake, but discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistent realignment. You can try the 24-hour reset. So when you slip up, give yourself 24 hours to feel the frustration and then let it go. Guilt is an anchor. Discipline is a sail. Something that I also highly recommend is the Better Than Yesterday journal. Every night you can write one sentence. Today I was more disciplined than yesterday because, I don't know, maybe let's say you drank more water, maybe you walked instead of Ubered. Progress is progress. The greatest athletes, the greatest CEOs, and the greatest artists aren't those who never fail. They're those who fail, learn, and then rise faster. Discipline isn't selfish. It's a radical act of service. When you live with intention, you can give back essentially. Let's say maybe you have younger siblings and they see you studying and it makes them think, maybe I'll study too. Or maybe your coworker notices your focus and raises their own standard. Or maybe your future children inherit not just your genes, but your legacy of grit. Imagine a world where everyone embraced discipline. No more some days, no more wasted potential, just millions of people choosing courage over comfort. One tiny act at a time. And that world literally starts with you, with all of us. And if you're waiting for a sign, please take this as your sign. This is it. You don't need more motivation or more podcasts or more planners. You need to just decide. Decide that right now is when you start, that you're done negotiating with mediocrity. Your battle plan should be, number 1, tonight, charge your phone in another room. Tomorrow's victory starts with tonight's boundaries. Number 2, tomorrow morning, in the first hour, move, reflect, fuel your mind. And this week, you can block out, 60 minutes or 90 minutes of focused sprint daily. No distractions, just you and your most important goal. You have 86,400 seconds today. How many will you spend? Will you spend them scrolling or building something? Will you spend them complaining or creating something? Will you spend those seconds wishing or hoping for something or actually doing? Discipline is the ultimate act of self-respect. It's saying, I matter enough to fight for myself. Years from now, You won't remember the days you slept in. You will remember the mornings you rose early to write that book, to train for a marathon, or to build that business. You won't recall the Netflix shows that you watched. You'll cherish the skills that you mastered, the relationships you deepened, and the pride of knowing you showed up for yourself. Discipline is the quiet force that turns 5 a.m. alarms into standing ovations, saved dollars into generational wealth, rejected shortcuts into unshakable self trust. You're not here to be ordinary. You're here to become a living testament to what's possible when a human being decides to take full responsibility for their life. So go make your bed, then go make your legacy. Discipline is love. Love for the person you're becoming, and that person deserves nothing less than everything. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please subscribe. If you think someone else might find this valuable, please share this video with them. Thanks so much.